So ati ase na mo kobo ball mo anya say na be sa ahyem
ye be show
mo ko fa kwa me kra be so Enzo Fernandez report say we got verbal agreement with Real Madrid ma steady ade bi mbacho producers mo be say mo there's a transfer in Real Madrid and Guanetti. Cucurella, Jose Mourinho told me he was really looking forward to a transfer with Brie Koso. Real Madrid, 9:56. Kanjin and Magic drinking water. I am Black Stars about so. My idea, papa. Because the Black Stars, how the game started, in fact, not hard. We are going near. But I think that the coach proved that he's really experienced. The changes, everything, the boys did well. They were very committed. But in Black Stars, just say, I think it's the best performance I've seen from Fatau. Fatau created a lot of problems for them. Brendan Thomas, and Semenyo had some good moments in the second half. Of course, striker no be yeah, he was also good, but please, Jordan did well. Say, he won a lot. Most a man for Kanasempa. He won a lot of the fouls or Jibona. It was his usual Jordan. Yeah, but we are now moving in for the big games, the bigger ones. I hope so. No, dear coachy, don't allow people to control the games like that. Ebiana we idiot. Oh no, to go and try that one. Let's see. But 3 points in this World Cup is fine. Now me aduma, if you get one, it's likely we'll move on. 1 out of the remaining 6. Tier target tier ni back 1-9 become 1. Now you call. At least when you move to the next one, that's fine. Yes. Jerome because there were lots of confusion in the first half. Yeah. But I think say Elisha did well. Elisha, yes. He did well. I think that given circumstances around the team, coach time or by preparation, they all did well. Things we hope for another one. Yeah. Right. Yeah, that chronom for.
I don't know, sir.
Yeah, I've seen pictures and videos. Na me monitor. Marabel. That's a good one. Not sponsor so one more can go bedding. Tiana Makai woman, of course. Mobile Manabel, no more cancer so. So what I say, Bibia be fine. And the South African in church. And another game there. How many games are on? Oh, it's fine. I've seen the videos and the pictures. On Chromo for your idea, your bomb and basso. They really know how they come out. Go and buy a class with the nature say. I have fine. Is it do baby can you do here? Yeah, where's your doom can you? Blood say bubbles with doom can you? Africa. We are must Africa. You call Nigeria. You call Nigeria. Blood say bubbles with doom can you? South Africa. Ghana and Nigeria. Ghana and Nigeria. Blood say bubble with doom can you? Munyaisa. Munyaisa. Black Stars bubble baby 2 hours na dey bubble no more doom can you? Kono dey idea to my idea. No more doom can you? Shame on you. 2 hours give us light to watch the blast and more doom no. But it came. Shame on you. What doom can you? So Bina said I could doom no say then you. ADF what could doom can you? ADF what could doom can you? Can't you not drinking water? Whatever we don't quite serious. Are they in there? Can you not do? Davignano. Remember office. Oh, be no problem. Oh, yeah. Sunny was there coffee you cried there. So be fine. We need them so. Be fine. Yes, so. Eti, I don't pay boss player Jemu
ye konko funkroso and somewhere edi adencheche somewhere ebum fumpa ewon ko funkroso nom yare ho nsem ato anim ena no pay ewo dwumaje no so ensem no de doso de disefata se ohwe na otie ena yede asumo ena no pay kitikiti man polibi ena ewoma akansuo yanom akabunu pa anopay yebetu ebo ase ateno emra ye confirm munumunu nyina ama ewo dwumaje no so live on Facebook eye Oyerepa Radio, Oyerepa TV Ghana, Oyerepa Radio, Oyerepa TV Ghana. Mami nsasem emfi Congo deal Alphonse nom Democratic Republic of Congo. Emra Cristiano Ronaldo's Portugal. Woman 1-1. Na unimsa said ya kono no sa and I call Democratic Republic of Congo na amonso na go no buy na ekanate celebrations near jade ewo Democratic Republic of Congo ena yate atoso anopaya o enjoy bienom na hurricane ate atudwa se oman England ya come mate emrewe ena wasem support nina a tight team na team I say this World Cup or believe some they'll go far with players ekuta team nom ene enema enkakra woman aye no de office team nom will go far in the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Na this one no and it's the ultimate homobetime agye na guy nabo at the atudwa sam ohwe the three lions of England team ni dia Arsenal players no enya a lot of influence our team no so or say performance woman day in 2026 season and I reflect our camp and players we want our character aura team at the ball big games and somewhere or at the guy nabo or sister who sani manina our camper yana ebwao Thomas Tuchel on Sa Ukoma na photographers SCC coaches enim ania dia and Thomas Tuchel did to just FIFA fue make a mate sa siya juma wamsua wombe teki photo ania dia almost see nim ningina aye nema emwa emma yentim enkomfan kwa nim timori consider sane monina eno yansema eno efio eba especially during the national anthems said ye woman mutwa photo was study awdorom ayenom nani anje ho Jude Bellingham sa performance England day against Croatia until Obia say oyo man be na say on England eba be bomb on England play some wetim akwan komanim our World Cup remua chese wo say wetim gina ye na Roberto Martinez anu na etrene emma the Portuguese national team and central forward say edu baby no bia me say oh Ubeyi Cristiano Ronaldo etina fi game no edentina Cristiano Ronaldo abo 90 minutes plus additional minutes every year and no say nyansam bia nim se ewiase obi onim go shapa e wo wiase e wo timu na se opegwa sa player no obeyi no etina afi go game no and yansam Roberto Martinez etia tudwam and anopay Wayne Rooney ose moi Mokasetia Cristiano Ronaldo ma mokeka se ai ana Ronaldo ofrimum ana Ronaldo na osenke unifrim Ronaldo amohui man foka to ni dini dadia and na when Macaroni say performance of the team and now of them against Democratic Republic of Congo ningina munisem chances say and Bruno Fernandes create Emma Cristiano Ronaldo want to be answer Bernardo Silva in the game chances say and create Emma Cristiano Ronaldo want to be answer ningina a factors I was say a man for and some po and ama criticize Ronaldo or say vetting and yampono of fifio no premier jade now so copy long pass and one jemum and tentem and no much no do ningna ya nema ama Cristiano Ronaldo and to be unperforming when Rooney Diam and no na yanko England defense na so ye na fe yentie omom na yanhwe kwan a amofa so enjoy sa victory no against Croatia na no de pa emre na game no 2-2 na Croatia for them I believe so already said the TBI 2-2 na bom e kanom ba ko be kan man 3-4 SNF Marcus Rashford war e by say and France na far so celebrate the victory.
Well, those are some cheerful fans, to say the least, from England over at the Londoner in Arlington, right as final whistles blew, securing the team's win over Croatia. But it's not just any win, it's revenge against the team who beat them out in the 2018 World Cup semifinal. Remember that? More than 70,000 people attended today's match, with England beating Croatia 4-2. And although the game forced them to cheer for their teams once it was game over, they all became friends again. Marvin Hurst uncovers the true message.
I know I and Sabe theme the 3 lines of England first. Let's say na Abusiam Ronaldo and DR Congo Nyasem Ketwam Fernandez and to just Amanisa game nom ultimate act to Amachi Hurricane Echem Thomas Tuchel Samoa Okaya Eche team nom before the game and after in the first half one coin and somebody and Thomas Tuchel I catch him.
Yeah, he gave a great speech, to be honest, especially the way we conceded that second goal just before the half. He just told us to let the shackles off, calm down, what are we scared of, let's just go. The way we conceded that second goal is not the team we want to be, dropping deep, waiting and then conceding anyway. So he kind of just said, what's the worst that can happen? We lose a match, first group game, we get on with it, we move on. Let's just go and show kind of the world who we can be. Obviously, I saw the guys scoring their goals yesterday and I don't like to concentrate too much on other people, but I think it's natural as a sportsman, as an athlete, to try and reach the highest levels, and obviously all those guys started in a great way. Been waiting long enough to kind of just play the game. We've had to wait 6 days, so I think everyone's just been itching to get out there, and I think as a striker myself, obviously I want to get on the score sheet as early as possible. So I think in the back of my mind, that competition helps me to push my levels. That's what the World Cup's for the best players to perform at the highest level, so it's nice to get a couple today for sure.
I know a Hurricane player Emma the 3 lines of England Thomas Tuchel on England offensive play against Croatia a bomb ni plus na abaso Hurricane Genedia Jude Bellingham and so a Genedia ball and the team performance and attitude our pixels and soy.
I love the second half, all of it. I love the reaction to a very complicated first half. But as you said, we played against a top opponent. I think we showed a bit of nerves. Maybe we wanted to overdo it, but we clearly overthought our decisions. It took us too long to take decisions. When we could play short, we played long. When we could have played long, we played short. We couldn't find a real rhythm in our game. And even in
Jude Bellingham, so at the Atujasa, am we ready for the World Cup? NT Anra, performance na, Emmanuel Enyongwa, Jude Victor Bellingham.
It felt like almost at times one of those victories that you really can savour.
Yeah, I think the second half especially, we really showed what we were about and how the team we want to be was showed in the second half. The first half I think we were still a little bit nervy, a little bit cagey. I think we set up well defensively, pressed well, intensity was good without the ball, but the ball probably rushed a little bit, and then second half I think we created a nicer rhythm. That's where we saw the best.
Harry Kane told us there was a speech from the manager at half-time. That's how good the manager was at half-time.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't one of those where it was a big drama. He wasn't standing up shouting. It was just what the team needed. And to be fair, we have a mature group, we have great leaders in there, and I think everyone kind of knew the level that we had to get to and why we weren't hitting it. So we were very clear in the second half, and then obviously the early goal at the start of the second half gave us a good platform.
Well, that was your goal. It came at the end of a 23-man passing move.
Really? Yeah, I mean, I don't remember all 23. I remember Elliott's was pretty brilliant, and Noni was trying to take it off.
Now, NT Wagner, the England camp by Roy Keane on Luis Diaz performance Ahumatia against Uzbekistan, and I'll say generation player and importer or the Emma Colombianum a super or believe some and Nema Emma Colombianum and Wabi and I reflect our club side Bayern Munich official he will go far La Côte d'Ivoire I prepare ahead of Diamond Soft of Germany World Cup gamer Wambabonti Anra training etimi ekoso yaba enjoy Ivory Coast for training wo ye ahead of Diamond Shaft of Germany game nom eno no ani guso a ohwe ena no pay or say as Africans we are one. Let's leave politics and play football. And no Rowan Williams, captain Emma Bafana of South Africa. Or see at before Yayabako Yam for politics and THE. Now for Yamo football. And I say Africa they come here say Obia Empe say South Africa. Abakon at the acronym na tie John Michael Obi at the Tujam. Also, South Africa will be the first African team eliminated from this World Cup. And I don't think that's even up to debate anymore. Or say African country, you better can you mom World Cup premium on my South Africa. And here John Michael Obi, France and some a training ahead of games outdoor. A better atojam the subsequent World Cup matches room. Now Don Carlo Ancelotti or James said that him or sir mitimnum team calling him the first gamer. Your boy and saw performance from the players and how team boy so far in the game on your happy Mexico and so I deploy 300 National Guard and military personnel among from protecting woman national team and you defeat Mexico Eltoja and Anopay ahead of a Czech Republic class Robin Williams Wakasam at the Afahon or say let's unite as one Africa.
Africa and people support Mexico. I can remember I've always said that, as Africa, we are one. We support each other. In good and bad moments, we've all got our own politics. We've got our own problems, our own fights that we deal with, back home. Every country does, so, I don't know where it stemmed from. And it does hurt, because like I've mentioned, I've been attacked, obviously my country as well, for things that are going on back home. I've always said, players are human beings as well. We go through it. For us, sometimes it gets a lot, You want to focus on doing your job, which is being a footballer, but then you get involved in politics and, you don't want to get into...
Yeah, Rowan Williams say, and got Musu plus now my protest mukromo xenophobia and Niamona Munko Foni, no catch your mind, ya World Cup match or young Kobo, a better Momajai. Na mubu and call for more pammy and call for mu show many better Tiaki can pay. Now World Cup no a dear Bakupa World Cup promosa ultimate infant free home. Minia say Obed Becca or see baby girls no na and then ye camera mine I capture most beautiful girl in the stadium of the World Cup. Yan Shadabra na YNTB ain't cameraman no catch the most beautiful girl in the stadium. Enti enom ena edaso no ukoma na say ono na tewa o waving in sa kakra ko bonus yo kama ti we de Mr. on share or report TV ni bia beno we air the camera no capture ye in the stands yan to aso reply your country o mine na owomunum say and almost so dear a contibon the next state reply your country now say Africa Ushama rep your country now say Egypt near DR Congo Algeria Ivory Coast bon kamanen kon kakra crown nanka uja fa betransi de yenhwe Ghana de so eba o we Senegal de omu yi ni ba ya World Cup num omo se stance ni ho fe pa and aba Egypt nso de ni omo se Egypt bawe and Egypt man number World Cup ni na omu yi ni ba oye heavy ni ho fe and omo de DR Congo de no so aba so DR Congo for say omo camera na capture no Algeria for de ni Algeria ni de heavy in Canada and a Quebec forum and so aba the reason to watch the World Cup Ivory Coast for the we say Ivory Coast omo kala nkwa sonko Ivory Coast in South Africa na Ghana ni no beba ga Morocco ni when kama Tunisia ni nti yanto asomfio Tunisia bon we I say please but I say until why you have to watch the World Cup your camera no they capture in Ghana mana no more distance no say they were heavy pa and you didn't but in way a World Cup and no pe be ba get remember why you must watch the World Cup on your screens and no and just see I will say you didn't see and then and see that can na so boss player and in team no etimi atranse data enti kata you didn't confirm close to 7 SC so na show no eto so ni nyina mo no you didn't come we mra
right ye bana ya beto show ni so ede amamo ready milk tea ye de sorry ntempa ahomache no me ensa agba pounds ma aduanan num no nan na ya ma emuso ne se ba abaye adwuma ye sorry anopa na ye pe bibi e de aguni padua ni mu a hia ready milk tea na ye no mo na ready milk tea no anopa ube free ube ye tea wanom ansa na wa free efia kwa adwuma so a eno na ebeboa wo nyina ne say packaging no kama ye wie ne dada ye the coffee extract any cocoa premium cocoa any the creamy milk the account enti the ohia ne say odin so share ebegu so odin so share gu so are ready now onom ya package on disposable cup mu enya de kra ohia cup bia no ahwe agumu eno amu na no na the hot water na agum na afi wate ano wahwe agum we are ready to go. Ready milk tea, authentic coffee, and I feel your chocolate taste. You dey mouth. You just add your hot water, everything, perfectly mixed. You are mixing it da. And one disposable cup, said it, me can't. Now open ready milk tea ni be able solve your breakfast needs at the amount. There be an case program be fear, and papa and crofo didi, and konwan so share. Now wako to a year. Disposable car wako cup bi o baby anase mpokra no wako fa bibia free bi so ye bete agum ya say si kire wa ha ya sawe wa ha ya de milk free ha there be emwa ready milk tea eno na ebeboa feeding ventures e wo pampa so nanaya enterprise e wo KJT market Don Candy stores e wo Asafo UMB Kumase ya distributors eno no encrime the Lord has done it enterprise e wo dome Atakwala Enterprise Onima Market, Bet Abi Enterprise, Ewo Kanshi Market, and Amola Enterprise, Ewo CMB Market. Fre, Najo de Wabra, Yedi numbers no, a good screen no ase. Pepso then say, Chicho say, Nebo home by, ne defend in the year, and Razo Hungana, ye defense no. Jonas Momasa, and Yed Jumaketwa no Muye Wechro no, and Nubi, and a Pepso then, ye, Wabra, o boss home by. Na wahwe se wanum ebeham Pepsodent se World Cup yi why special edition awogea wo de odi twusi a ya meka so se no ebenya ahoden gowns benya ahoden enke firi wanum ba no be de eham ewia na afi ama cooling sensation ni nyina no Pepsodent mo wa bia entumi ndi asie ewo simanadwo a wada Pepsodent je wo de na World Cup you defend o se no se the teams defend goal post abobia entominate na Pepsodent say World Cup season also fa oseno ho asem World Cup Pepsodent every smile matters. Bosomki Community Bank PLC BBA current account savings account fixed deposit in consortium savings and a fake account e ya so ye ubia na odisika atom odisika tumwa ye loans ahodo pia ye ma obi e Bosomki Community Bank PLC microfinance loan salary loan commercial loan, bonanza loan, social loan, church development loan, and after agricultural loan. Nina ye maubi, your terms of payment flexible. Me wacho oba ya ya interest rate a day loan is no kete wesin bi kitu bi enya ade a ye ma loan na account intino oji sika na also to bo na twetwa ne kakra untua sika bebre ensan emfa ma no atumi ade aye dwumadie bi a opese odidi electronic banking no yeah de no active e Ghana Pay app ne so and now dial star 992 hash e social o dial e network bi aso a obetumi use electronic banking platform no head office continent say atonso agoja chiko futrede ahinima ko me adwena say ebu akwa atonso bokro ene apuchoja bosomtwe community bank plc 03220 98076 and 0508 6427 05. Kangen energy drinking water. Alkaline water ni pH soro. Onum Kangena unya calcium, magnesium, potassium, and iron. We minerals e won suma onum a eboa ma nipadua no enya ahode. Onum Kangena eboa ema utumi edaye. Onum Kangena eboa ema akoma ne pompu moja ye ewo nipadua ne mo. Kangena nsuo no eyi acid efuru nipadua ne mo ema skin esa akoda foforo de ebo liver ukini ene wakoma eho by Dr. Otuo-Acheampong o say yade bia entumi entena alkaline environment enu ntina anom Kangena yade entumi entena nipadua no emu pebito Lizzie Hotel Santaso Anaba Pakiki Stadium Sumankwani Junction ewo Astal Brema UGC ne Tafuni Road Abaru Junction ebi ewo ho 0241449191 0241449191 0507379474 Amen Scientific Hospital, the best alternative medical hospital ewo Africa. Yade ayesa eni stroke yade number 1. Ubia stroke acheno no. Amen Scientific Hospital ni ebesamu asori ejina onan so ofa na adwodwo a eho ese benya hoden na atumi edi ne juma. Wa ware mfie pi unya awo anaso yobi a ope awo a bra Amen Scientific Hospital ebemo awo. Yade atena so ache no ye friend chronic disease or infection wakwa ni padua ni mo ne adu ene wadi asi a oba ye wa fi ho edi free ni padua no yade bi ehye ni padua ni bia na beyi abeto afidie ni so eba enuro bebre ho a yede beka on benya yaresa Kumase Atwemata Chiman kwada so fanse kwan so afi enche boga wa bibia ni Accra takra de tamale atebubu nkoko sunyane ho sehwede bi so ene ho hoy Amen Scientific Hospital ho 0277 001234 and Amen Scientific Hospital Nkasa Bash Adaroma matches no eno anajo decoder bi so na TV station bi eso mbe yibo no eduru ha omura park ne so anete koye wodo wani to sa TV stations na wo sa decoder bi ne so a ni nyina betete akọ bibra tete akọ every time e share World Cup na so unya bi enhwe wati ase ba onya bi anhwe abeti commentary nemom peba decoder ni bi na wo hwe no na wo tie commentary de ka ho game centers, hotels, guest houses, restaurants, individuals bash decoder no na mo hwe matches ni nyina e wo so a ebeboa na World Cup a ekoso no mo so matimi afili matches no kama eno Ghana ne Panama na de papa na anadwo no ye be pon game na 90+5 panyan ne da atenem na peke ye no be bia emu adwo e de amaye nkomo apeso di nyina abedi he masa emonten so omo apeso fako nyina betumi afako bash adaroma ye matches ni nyina bi oye installation ama wi a no aye recharge e de account ho packages no e affordable pa 0556287757 0556287757 J Obash digital seller ni decoder Abripo junction shape mu ho ena owo grow fine about tonic mojadra onomu a obediti onomu a obeda onomu a onsane onaya itititi no moja no ebesane ye ewom onomu a osori anopa beti se nipadua no ewa hoden onom e grow fine about tonica e ma no menstrual disorder ebejai absence of menstruation ebejai excessive bleeding ebejai painful menstruation ebetiako ubu nsa na sa wote ya obi se normal oboa odada ubu nsa moja no emaye nipakro dada also no grow fine draw no eno ene beboa ama menses no ay kama the amount vitamins e will grow fine about tonic no emu enti eboa ema nipadua no enya ahoden mistieba kolinakeba smarteba Fredimens Apidank Pure Leaf Chemical Shop any herbal shop biano grow fine about tonic no ebi ewo ho dodo ena opato e de akofia na akoton a digital herbal clinic Kumase Amakum Runabout Bank of Africa honompe e hona grow fine herbal tonic o fani bibre e de free 0244 596532 0244 596532 grow fine makes you grow fine there yedi ewie na show no ato aso amamo no softwater software rasta software brante ABA herbal clinic eni yade nyina onu na etu ase e de amount say glaucoma say cataract say long and short sightedness say syphilis ɛno ɛtɔ ani ne so aba clinic etu ni nyina ase ɛde afiri hɔ obi wɔ hɔ a adeɛ bɛn no ohu obi wɔ hɔ a adeɛ wɔ akyira ohu obi wɔ hɔ a n'ani no ɔkenkan ana nkyerɛɛ no ayɛ bisi basa ɛde ama no ɛno bronika sɛ wɔ blurry eyes aba herbal clinic ɔno ma waduro a wode gu aduane mu na wadi wode gu nsuom no anom wode gu drink mu no anom bibia ekɔ nipadua nim bia no wobɛtum de aduro no bi agum na woyɛ ne saa aduro no ɛbɛkɔ ani no ntini ne so ani no ntini ne so no ɛhɔ ɛna aba aduro no yɛ adwuma a ɛte ani ne so nwan ɛde ɛma wo fɔni kyɛm ɛwɔ aba clinic na so yɛ ɛwɔ Kumase kwada so adwena se main market akyiri hɔ no ma dɔma hinkro Ebenezer preschool ɛwɔ apia kubiko store nkyɛn ɔhɔ ye new branch no ɛwɔ Kasoa Millennium Inside Adade last stop Millennium Inside Adade last stop aba herbal clinic the new branch ɛwɔ Kasoa na ɛhɔ ɛna wabie no frɛ no 0541 565 199 ɛna 0502 812 161 ɛne aba herbal clinic endi enkomo na bibia enye fine emfa emma boss yede eno AC na show no atoa so e dey amati.
Thank you very much bafo
yes.
Morning. All right, but movie do not ready. I ready. Okay, your headline we are your story we are there but here. Okay. Oh, sorry, I but sorry, and sorry, audio account.
It's
sorry.
The Ghana Panama match enjoyed royal attendance as Gamanche and Otunfo attended. And you know, I don't know. Hold on. Dama, yeba, yediano ebeba. Not to say, I bet you kama. Now, Caleb Rienchi's father raises him at Bichim. And also Honomo, yeba, and also eba. And Tama, the game was very tough and intense. Carlos Cruz, and so after the game, look at crowd. Or can far home so and so and no. I say same coach, same system. Panama for no. I say obu coach no watana watch and no ma first half no blasters no ebreye. And also ye ba.
Ana
o dey say
another one anantum and one I don't be about anyway right where we are that about for say you know ya captain momo na yenye exercise so ejedi amafo ntimi I'm sorry we you know physical and virtual the TNA mon say video na ready am me story you never so sisi e na ho video na yetwagu na we Apia Stadium you can honorable Apia Stadium and obai but o mama ngasa mesemo obai na anopai na odebetu dwa se wo shebo se Black Stars din kunimu a ene kwa mo faso a mo ye adwuma bibia ekoso no ha no be ona ne ba wo cheye enti ode de rebu ho na ba ku bi e ka ho esi no ode sika 5,000 cedis 5,000 cedis bono cheye no na utie ne kasa mo yentimi ntie ne kasa no mama yintie because na obo kasa ena obo players biaba so was say Thomas Asante so na cheten
Brandon Thomas
ena Semenyo ena wojina yenti ono za apia do no nim na semka enye obi na be kana asemama no enti ene oye na eja odiska ishe me nsemu me so me ka sei madani amasiasia nipa die nipa die na kwa na mpama no bajo kawana mfama no oba grade din obobo no o say comrade for kwa no obom din kasipa o say siasia baba isa no obo jibo din kan ho
na bijibo e comrade
na mesino eno obo kan ho eno obo kan ho na okasa kama na ugade wa mudi ugade obom din kakra nza no de mam Yemazi ya didi na ya nema
o shebo no so de me pa na o raise
aba na de wa amudi anka ba ye nya ya enti
aba yanko abusan for mi ga Oyerepa asante ma ya radio station Ghana nyina obazo o ya mfa o ma ha jo abra bo ye Oyerepa radio no e di TV jetio bi na DM Sometymer Otuo-Acheampong Ilipa umumo ya pia stadium the capacity of Safo every blast bomb match we say go say amaduno ubano what say siasa baba dia uno hotu striker Mr. Gibo Bose amaduno kofa we go to mumpo am ya bobo na wi ya boss ya selection ebi president mama na am bi le sheba odis e de ba na de me de bia me de bia me go do mama ebi am pay blast bomb Martin Washa. Titu, do I have about 10 days? You can say, Thomas Brandon, Thomas Migra one, they are not perfect. So I can now, or so of some more. 7 dog. Migra, do I have 10 days? And the 7 dog. And it was your good. And it depends where you have a title, do I have 10 days in the 7 dog. But the man of myself, we give you 5,000. As to Sometymer Sports Media. That's right. That's 50 million. That's right. My representative. Radio and the organ and one appear. Naminsa. Oh man, no papa. The Muye Bianco. I'm crossing the dust. I want to be the party. I want to be our own camp.
Okay. Sanity. Captain. And gossip.
So
so be very bad.
As a commended
also Casa.
President Jomama this year stadium. No offer that day no not bad for on an off floor and or concept and the offer no no o mama be to head of sports on him say ye ko Bremano offense kronom na kra or baby and then somewhere along the line, other sports tries to reach up to him. Now I'm saying, why you busy? Now, what's your you now? Or send Papa John Mahaman tea. Said, no, I can't. Why you? Say, John Mama, Numa or Yenny, said, was he bought you Mama Ghana for dinner to now? She said, I gent Trahano. Send a bar appear said, Jenna, say, but one to me, cassette, Bizutu Uniso. Na ono so ba enso be see the general manager ono ne gogome no general manager na sam ai o de ka santimu no
ye de wie na ye ono wa ba mu ni di na no be to ye be mbati am
sika no so wa bo chire ama me twen say head of sports e ba bidu na me so ma ko bo chire de ama no na se de ade na ye nti na apia stadium yo mama ba
honorable apia stadium
na yen ka se onyan koso da
that's right
ne papa jo mama nyan koso da ne papa party NDC and so enyan koso da na entimi ni Ghana so na onto to niema e ma Ghana
ya apia wie ko
entimi so to
and cancel
oh
I no dey no hoga wan cancel za enwa koma utimpo like young boy apia ya de the bona bas there's one thing about apia
no gentleman na obi a obi o shebo
there's one thing about him
na odiso that person
you can like him or hate him na doye the okay enye we nko ahun
kwan of us can who phone no ko siasia na de phone pie ofre ezigibo life ofre
but oba siasia di no but siasia the minimum de go ndi obo ne din sa
long term
the stadium there be long term the obi anim no long term and the
obi onyo close
obi awa dia me say enya no friend of friend enya long term na ya asem for comrade na
eti siasia ba ye no na ye ya pon grant na ye siasia fast e betina onto mic we no the kind ono say
I pay them say.
Na nam say Harry na kasa.
Aye. But for now.
And final ni dia bam.
I don't know. And Obaka say match no. When I match no promo I say ha Ghana ye beko ye na. O say nyame adom na Ghana.
Okay.
Obabe ya do. Enti no.
It's
good. It's good. Yeah,
why dey bona ba so appear. Thank you very much. Zach, yenko ya na ba for still na no odi abamu yi. Odi abamu dey say no betimi.
Ye ba na original kwa na ye se bianka. Stories ne be ko na ka ye but ye say ye nya.
Ene dey say no an ye na.
Enti no.
Ene dey say ye ba yintimi nyai.
Enti na ama ase ye fa
omo Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Yo, mumbrefre mo. Okay. There be one there. See here there. Ye man relax kakra. Me say men fa pressure bi am. Men fa pressure am come alola me say. Like here because so far them say player baako omo eni dom so nyina no mo etimi boche go. Say Ronaldo nkwana so far. Me dey say no pay baba am so mo pass ball ma mo. Na say dey kwa go blame Bruno no mo. Bruno ezi Bruno nya we no. Omo mfa ma no. So na boy seneka. Ba de ne mo heden. Kwa na ne mo heden. Ye tiuba. Ba coach la kasim bi. Ne bufu yo, omo mgo buta anza de no anyi Ronaldo no. No say mo na mo ye coach, am modima Ronaldo afi. Obi o prove say wi ase nyina. Oni go cheche obi a. Who am I? Say me go ka jense film. Na me go yinam de ho aba.
And Portugal almost problems over the years has been the top marksman number 9.
Number we kwad was o nyina da o yine o sabe na gene nya adwuma no be yi.
When you are chasing like upe winner uko benjo why not Goncalo Ramos it's your question
of friends but o medi di nkwana e dey answer na mo kai
question
Tama you Jordan free my brand by say you boy in the Kwabena. He came with a new energy. And you could see say na no pressure. It was so saying when Jordan was playing. It doesn't mean that he is better than Jordan.
Or the way by you, yes, or better. So they were chasing the game. Into the Goncalo was the bell.
And we'll keep you no.
Because at that moment.
Now one and I'm on Bamremo.
Until they were chasing the game.
Hey, Mukas were my head, I ain't just you. The man I'm not born in go. They were chasing on your back, not born fine.
Who's a national team, you know? A lot of national teams, you know. I mistake be brave over the years. One of them, Claire Air Belgium. During their golden generations, one mistake on me coaching, coacher, or more farm within their golden generation to take care of that team. And more, you can go back and maybe England at a point in time had issues with coaching. Currently, one national team coaching a problem or my friend in Portugal. So our coach now. Of course, say the golden generation of Belgium. He's the one coaching.
You don't know
he's the one coaching Belgium.
Ronaldo no why name?
Pacho. Ronaldo.
Oh, okay. During the appointment of this guy, Roberto Martinez.
It's not Pacho. There's no Pacho. Who they have phone there?
Oh yeah, no one better say. One better say Ronaldo for coach.
Pacho today, anyone see and trust.
They have a gentleman's agreement. Friendly match.
One of the big mistakes I think that Portugal are with this part are appointing Roberto Martinez as their head coach. So one after
the contract now upon
the problems via visa Ruben Diaz it won't be no Vegas any better Ruben Diaz.
No, but some so injured. Oh, yeah. I'm told he's not fit.
No, but he's like
he's not fit.
No, so he's just on your own team movie. Who's any issue that he can't play at all. Anna, oh the Emfa Diaz in Tunche. In Ash, then the boy or sport in the something in our shoe. One of the centre backs who over the years has been playing consistently when these guys are not there. But Renato Vegas the M2 in 2026 national team World Cup. Now your focus is, and I say your starter is Renato Vegas.
When
we analyze.
No, I want to know because the issue is why boiling on one player. Because the big names in the team, and I'm poor Renato Vegas in Guana. And some people from Mamun Dodger, some go baby. I said, I'm Monsitrinka, Renato Vegas. What you got for? No many that.
Because I started from there because of the number of mistakes that Nanka Congo could have capitalized on it and score. It's a problem. I'm saying, if anything, Portugal, defensively, how Martinez, the choice of players that Otuo on. Again, he has a method of João Neves, Vitinha, and Bruno Fernandes. But I think say quite online or more up and quite also use one, and so it's not the best. We didn't see Bruno because he sat for the swing now. João Neves, Vitinha, and Bruno Fernandes. The best passer amongst all of them is Bruno Fernandes. But Opushi Bruno Manuko any more. Eti Vitinha and João Neves Ejibona. Pass among themselves are born because that is no. You see, Vitinha and João Neves no. Eti the midfield trial no, they should have been closer to each other. So Bruno should have at least been closer to receive the balls and pass. But Opushi Bruno and any more. Eti when João Neves and Vitinha pass, they don't have the passing options because that is not their strength. One problem that I saw. Again, the decision to start Bernardo Silva as a right winger. So one thing that I bet clear in modern football, I ain't been new film. They say now modern football, if you don't have wingers running, forget it. And the national say club team bia born umodin bia national team bia born umodin bia so too. If you don't have wingers running and taking on players, you are in trouble. It's Bernardo Silva one on to be running. Obeje ball no, obe pass no account in but on taking players on. And one mistake that he did was starting Bernardo Silva. But only the I was starting. Unse now first no or sacrificing João Neves. I'm not about to accommodate Bernardo Silva. And we are sit Portugal fans what kind of mistake is that? Young Tiasie. Mefo no must tell more than that because who are the best two starters of your PSG in your team? About Champions League back to back. So why do you take one of those players on number 2? So there's sort of force the João Neves Rebecca Vitinha or Medono plus Bruno. And Chinchina he must find a way a place for Bernardo Silva. Amwa. It's your ball. One problem that they faced Omunya Apaya was supply to the greatest goal scorer ever football have ever seen. Chances was not coming. He wasn't getting the supplies. They were not playing the ball. There was no true balls. I'm pass it sideways, no matter. Sideways, no matter. You were not seeing them passing the ball. It's so once a problem. I'm so too. I'm say a failure on also in referee football because we are there na we are there na if say when we are not when we are there coach in office say we are there say ombe ball no buy not a single take on or try bia
na let's all ba second half baby na all ba na BBS
No, he came
and losing the ball. Losing possession. The man no was saying. So consistently, Rafael kept on losing all the balls. I said the ball on sideways. Instead, they receive only. They are just passing the ball sideways.
They know one son or ban. They know both.
So one team into the unity. One team into.
I was such a more bedroom today. Rafael Odin Rambo. I just know you are no Yadi. Any year man by. I don't them will be an idea. I
think the decision making of the players was very, very bad. And I think it's clearly they have to play to their strength. What is their strength? Their strength is that give the ball to Bruno. Bruno have to find the greatest goal scorer ever football I've ever seen.
You are playing with assist skin.
If you are not playing
assist skin, still on team member.
If you are not giving the ball,
I don't mind the
greatest goal scorer ever football I've ever seen. You are in trouble.
I don't know problems with team man because the assist skin is there. Champions League midfielders you over. Woman you pass him out.
Everybody in office.
I'm sorry, on the idea. What is said they do baby? I'm
bad idea from the midfielders that won't pass the ball. Yes, and yet to the goal scorer.
Omni Naguana.
No,
Mr. It's ball.
Why the
assist can.
And that's what be a Yanni. Bruno and Yanni.
No, Bruno. The problem is the problem they had was that he pushed Bruno too far.
Fast, I
say, second striker. And do share when they are building a piano, no pushing Bruno Caronaro. Meanwhile, you're more for no. The also better ball, a passing more, Bruno. But they are built up, no. And I tell them, I say, Roberto Martinez, no. Some mistake in a bedroom for year with their golden generation. I was saying, and who have the Portugal for you? Because you can't have these players. Now your coach is Roberto Martinez. Very, very bad. But whilst we are talking about it, nobody men forget it to give credit to Congo for they fought. The early 10 minutes of the game, they were struggling. Almost set it down. Almost say yes. Come with why you for the Congo you underrate them.
You never to him,
but say
se coach foi na ama na ehuso dia Congo foi na ama coach ehuso a ade no so ma na yes ni na ehuso coach na ehuso midfielder say ehuso striker say ehuso
coach for my money but England na show me pa so it's football the fact that yeah bo be so wa bo no mo dey say who now you are better than them some people better than them
masem ne say dan coach anyade Rafael you go say 42 38 me wa anyade Champions League for ya almost so bomba no be dwani wo mo anya de assist can EPL best player wa anya de ye ne ko fa obi a Bernardo Silva onim ni katu nipa ba ko de odon ko a de asem ni no
oh say ono boy ono he is supposed to score and one fan man how do you score
me veni na supply ben
let's not take credit away from.
And then go for an pass man to go Portugal rather. So private. Be diamond.
So South America no you take anything from Congo. Very good performance from Congo. And they deserve whatever they have to go on boy year. So England Eshe Oman for cushion for 4-2. Now the Adabakwa coach Alfredo Thomas took a year yentimi enyim free the victory na omunya amno eye ne substitution in the second half. Bukayo Saka, Rashford and Morgan Rogers. That substitution no. Unse Adiana one Anthony Gordon was a bit struggling kakra. Madueke make some runs but unse first half no onya 3 balls bia 1-on-1 so sabo no and the commenting position utia sabo na ye de Madueke no if it was Saka 3 balls one of them at least you know England will score from that ball onya 3 Hurricane ne Ezekiel Bellingham na ball no to man no 1-on-1 okobia no da konchen ya no ball na say sabo so no one thing you are sure ne say Bukayo Saka, he will take on the player and at least get goal for England. But now a problem. Then Declan Rice. Oh, it's a time I commentary, you know. People want to tell why he took Declan Rice out of the game. Who's the Rice? This is in what 1 minute. It's one player you can easily say you have to manage him very well by Declan Rice because of the minutes he's played. He eventually needed one player as that match beer. Oh, sir, I'm not talking about one.
No, why he took him off?
Yes, because I'm talking about fatigue.
I know I bread.
I mean, call. About Arsenal.
No, I only in Arsenal. I'll say, and about I'll say, Rice provided corners, 2 resulted in a goal. Tinami Busasebia his performance.
I'm talking about.
Ideally, I was not expecting the coach to be changing. The coach will change or explaining why. I know that's the minute or the league in Adino. Mother affected them.
Question I'm soon beside. Also, Tonoboa. Nanya harmful question. Numbers of the Rice are the Wanyadiana. Man,
the question was it's like a premature ejaculation.
Oh, so that will be an idea.
At that time, if you had waited and only on conclusion.
Meaning that time I would try me time I maybe that.
Substitution was spot on. But second half performance from England no make difference. So this World Cup I think England for no Arsenal nyeman kakra akọ dressing room or set pieces no. If you watch England very well set piece bia they are dangerous. Why? Who is the taker? Declan Rice. Saka was also on the ball on the right. Rice Abo on the left. And one idea, Mr. National teams will struggle against England. Set pieces. How very good they are on the set piece because one, the takers, Declan Rice and Bukayo Saka, very good in how they kick the ball. And England so our players are making a pinball. It's all in all good performance from England, and I think Omambo who said this World Cup they are not coming. Say they no be say yes. I think Thomas took a factor no player. Who said he's a tournament person. Because how they will be no. Your coach is be on what so many here, and you understand the call. Who said your call play can say? Say call up now or yeah. You analyze the call up very well. See oil and young Uzandra, time and all this Prince he's closing up 9-3-2. And to all this Prince he's closing up the you know, because at that moment he said that he win by 3 goals to 2 and he's safe to go.
Thank you.
Games. Teta's influence is having to tour the English national team.
Fantastic. I took your senior chance.
It's not like that, but
another
exciting moment.
I said, oh, mom,
World Cup ne sa de ma yemra and games na minim so here Colombia and Uzbekistan na
yeah
really what a game the World Cup ne de uyi South Africa and Mexico ne free ho
na 7 wa bi no na Tunisia no
yes and Tunisia no Tunisia so no almost standard no for but over the other games any game normally you get one side dominating for 90 minutes. Bakubem ebi a first half no aboni nyina then the other side abem second half until both halves no wa betimi akutam at one particular half over show strength no to watch say na we win the game to say no Ghana ye boy we Panama were in the game especially in the first half second half he changes kakra that game ne done then we took advantage of the small details of football the man no and they show me wonder. Portugal and DR Congo game na ombono enran do Thierry aka semi e de afa game no enra na me pese ye nya break akra bi na ye Thierry asem ni ye se na asem na wo ka no se asem trudu no kure no wo ka ni tiawa do o say the team need to score not you. Yes, the team need to score, not you.
Oh no,
or refer to Cristiano Ronaldo. And Oyusu a particular situation which was a clear opportunity for Portugal in the game. Me who the quote no. When you say about na me hwe game, and I mobile game no na me te for more. But ahomachi na me nya da jenams no after Uzbekistan game no. Na me say me hwe team hore asem no can if it is true. Menim say mom wo Facebook no be boy the particular incident which was a clear opportunity for Portugal team in the game on boy against the Akon betia boy me nya video na. Duto adeba kwame hu say yes, Portugal individually they have good players, but as a team they have a big problem, and they lack leadership on the pitch. Oh yes, that is the truth. Leadership. They know you about captains and band and they show leadership.
Portugal lack leadership.
They more lack leadership on the pitch.
Now your leader, now Bobo na Ronaldo back as well. Leadership. Then you must
can have leaders, but no Obia or Nargenonko. Obia or Nargenonko.
Parker Ronaldo Dinaso. Leader view.
So too, you can have leaders on the pitch. So for Portugal team now, Bruno is captain of Manchester United.
Super captain.
Cristiano Ronaldo is there.
Top.
Ofa Vitinha, he's not the captain of PSG, but he's one of the leaders of the PSG team. But the PSG game is being built around Vitinha. It's leadership never in so many forms. And
because as no leadership lack, then it is a leadership lacking.
So team no, I say, the individual success more than the team success. So
team no pay.
The players no, as the individual success more than the team success. So
there's individual players no.
Yes. And it's affecting the Portuguese team. Doto. And now we game in the dia. Ade ba ko a then for people to accept and say you cannot go into a tournament. Number two, one important area. Number 9. Odo pa yem fa World Cups nyina number 2 yen check World Cups. There you do stage beer. You need your number 9 to make difference.
But for Ronaldo, I didn't touch on na say Majibo no can.
Unya number 9 is to make difference. Ultimate tournament is to now your number 9. Especially Tima rely on wingers for your creativity. Obo expansive football. So I'm just say Portugal boy expansive football because mostly they rely on the speed of their wingers. Pa enra game no. To why recently Naka Bernardo Silva crown on mono as a winger. Obo Bernardo as a midfielder because also Bernardo is also aging. We need the legs to run anymore. It's Obo Bernardo as a midfielder. Then no about Neves as right back. But because of pressure and what Neves here no PSG no, it will not make sense. Say boy now Neves even no PSG. Now to talk about a big tournament like the World Cup. Also made the Neves crack about right back. So he needs to find a position for him in the midfield. It is a find a position in a man there based on the materials available. And some of the players Mizoto go within the team. And now we have Portugal lineup. The coach is not even bold. Say, I want to go with a midfield 3. Midfield 3 now me kono. Neves ni Vitinha ni Bruno Fernandes ni. If Bernardo Silva, I can't midfield no one. And then Bernardo Silva need the legs to take on players as a winger. It is a mate to me for Bernardo Silva, my boy, a midfielder. Let me get a winger over pace. Untimi not the Bernardo Silva bebo. Then one area Portugal fall short. Then Zoto, how can you win a tournament with a 41-year-old as your striker when he cannot run anymore?
I know that.
No, Obama one moment be you enjoy 41 years so I should go no about papa because when you're 41.
This is not an ordinary 41. This is Cristiano Ronaldo.
Miss Bema brother. Me recently I decided to watch some few games in the Saudi League. Okay, no Korean and Nippon country. Ronaldo doesn't have the legs anymore. Ronaldo, he doesn't have the legs anymore. That is the truth. the best Ronaldo can offer the Portuguese team aims to 30 minutes, 20, 25. It doesn't take away what he has achieved as a footballer. So it doesn't take that one away because he has achieved a lot. But Nukre woman say, and Nana you did him will punish defenders using your movement, hold that play. And you cannot say Obama Cristiano Ronaldo Kobo as a winger. Say any move and I'm so 20 million. You cannot push him as a winger. And clearly, in Bemba, how easily he was marking Ronaldo out of the game. It is the truth is. Yes, you will reach a certain point in life. Now the guys say boy different. Now boy they so different pansem. Zagito. Enya waje boy fu obi nsem kwa na just one marking out too. I can even mark you out of the untouchable cry. Pass cry. Untouchable cry. So tell me chance. Oh leadership match him. Match him baby. Ebi na me ma. Bernardo Silva there now kind example ni bi no. Bernardo Silva him say Kobo as a winger. They will not get the best in Bernardo Silva. One more it becomes a problem. Bernardo Silva is one of the leaders of the Portuguese national team. Ni Kobo no na affected team no. But there are players Mizoto. They can even say it's a position now, and they cannot play there for the interest of the team. So, my main favorite position will be at the HM there. Then put a proper winger there. Oh,
na de Ronaldo mbo huzu na Rafael.
Quiet.
As I'm going to father.
Me na metia. Me na metia.
I know near council analysis. No, will be an analysis. There's one average will be now one analysis Bruno. Then I said Nako Dano. We need the pack. Oh, we need the pack. Pack back home, baby.
The conclusion of the Portuguese team is they will need a bold coach. One to take some bold decisions. Once he has centered it on only Cristiano Ronaldo. But one Bernardo Silva. I've spoken about Bernardo Silva here. Reason why I feel say Bernardo Silva as a winger will not help the Portuguese national team. Menkawa. And I'm so to Menkai. So tell me, team no Mizoto said, especially national team, say team to say this is the direction that we are moving to. It becomes a problem for you to achieve what you also achieve. So tell me, it's Roberto Martinez, no, based on the Ohun and Rano, he just need to be bold and take bold decisions. Asa.
Menyaso say obeti magic. Obeti magic we are two.
I know what you mean.
Obi omukobuza anse dey no any Ronaldo. O just work.
Oh, say e wo bedwam there he has to defend him.
Oh, say.
So tell me say
it doesn't make sense.
E wo bedwam there be ma boda.
Coach obeyi Ronaldo afrum bi anese ono kra no. Na nipa we mu tu no.
If Ronaldo is performing at 41 and I'm 2 obejina mu na wantimi amba, that is different. But Obia wa follow Cristiano Ronaldo this season. Ebeja to say Cristiano Ronaldo form above form. The form Mizoto above form. Etine the Portuguese national team. I side with Thierry Henry. Say they should think about the team first. So I'm the team in Hua. And some of the individual players, I'm so to move. We got one here. Incident now, not Henry can once a month. Other sometimes when you are in competition with Obia, Mizutu, Nani Panidi can ye bibia. Obese was ye bibi. In most times, no, Ebia team be selfish. Nobody can say, what happened in Rani and Rechi? Haaland has 2 goals. Mbappe has 2 goals. Messi has 3 goals. it will not put pressure on Cristiano Ronaldo.
Hurricanes was Say
Hurricane quite Ronaldo Bojan. So it will not put pressure on Cristiano. It's a good point where he will be selfish. But oh yes, selfish, no. So it also affects the team. But in conclusion, as everything you say.
Okay.
As everything you
Obi Kaza Mamuman. Ah. Obi Kaza Muman and Kaza. Like the Ukas Obi Harry say me Prasem. Obi Kaza Mamanka. Obi Kaza do so Acadian battle. Dibo Kaza. Dabi Kaza Yeti. Uni Mama Muti. Nipa Bebreti. Yan Gobabia. Yedi Etiu. Yan Gofobebreti. Oh yes, I was disappointed. Oh yes, I was disappointed. Omo mutie no.
Oh yes, you are not helping the show.
Tie, omo mutie no.
Obi kasa na.
But untie.
It's not helping.
Untie. So jai kan omo mutie no ha o madwe nti ko asem wi misrewa.
It's not helping. I'm not intimidated.
Wa ojina ho no intimidate obi. We are more. Mungengo.
No kure wo me say. Portugal team na man for when it so wom say team we there after finally Portugal between age World Cup no no kure wo me say this Portuguese team say we your love for certain players within the Portuguese team to opa na analyze the team now they lack a lot of things to win a major huge tournament like the World Cup. Okay. My conclusion is say if they want to win the World Cup one area is so important in football and having the center forward and yet mostly to guarantee you goals. Say France J 2018 World Cup no Olivier Giroud do one go the whole tournament but he did maybe the movement the whole that play Eboa Griezmann and Mbappe to score for the French national team to win the World Cup. Sanyo man, you are not getting it Cristiano Ronaldo.
Good.
England so too. You had a kakrebi about the English national team which me feel say tournament to emongo ebeboa England team no pa say and could do the normal stage na on be share countries a omo wosoro kakra chen omo when it comes to tournament pedigree na on betia handle pressure and the behind England and we are watching the English team and you make kakra me to me realize it in the first half it was an evening game but we say na game so we first half now and the catch us the second half now 4-2 unbelievable. But this English team a good time again me here then and a coach in the tune anywhere bench Croatia so your changes say offer Croatia changes somewhere here look at Modric remember he had a bad day and then again back to us
in the first 30 minutes or so was okay
but on say because of the age, and only one problem. My name is Milan. You cannot come out to say you are building your team around a 40-year-old. And your football reason. Ufim Kovac is by. Then Zoto, other players or mobile. Should be to say a Beltruma, our Wokomo. Obey a Ufim na. Nicolas Vlasic, Torino, Abem. Obi are full of Vlasic last season in the Italian Serie A. Nebo abafom. But move to the other side, the England national team. Oyi Declan Rice, not the Morgan Rogers aba. Oyi Anthony Gordon, not the Marcus Rashford aba. Oyi Noni Madueke, not the Bukayo Saka aba. By standard, the only substitution and look the same rule, but ordinary by for a particular purpose. To move the team to a defensive shape. Said that we are Croatia for him break you down. Hey, when Oyi Bellingham Fima or dispense by. Then Oyi John Stones or the mag game and a buy. So time a game the year then. Thomas Tuchel, it's me fair quality players from the bench. I'll buy a be influencing game. But Croatia yes I didn't. It's the England secret at this World Cup. It's their bench. And no, and England, a bit media compete any more tournament. And where the gap between almost starting no more Bemna, Bema and wow. And what? I'm not saying say they will win this World Cup. I'm not saying that. But I think after watching another game, and how I'm more responding in the second half, You for England for Enka favorites no.
Okay.
You for more Enka favorites no.
Right.
Then Colombia susunya a nice game. The two. But Colombia monano World Cup on the G and the Bayer didn't say Colombia World Cup. But when it comes to talent, they will give you tournament excitement. But a do baby and Hunyana, then the traditional powerhouse of world football. No baby Yomofi. And Uzbekistan Chile Zomuku to the Carnaval. They defended very well. But in Colombia to me that was also a good game and I'm still too. And then they said there are games in
my uncle Obed.
Just
you are struggling with.
They say just a few one.
Yeah.
The Portugal team was a disaster. But credit to DR Congo. Excellent 5 at the back. Almost maintaining almost discipline throughout the 90 minutes. 5 at the back, 3 in the middle, with 2 leading the attack. Our attacking transition was spot on. No to almost come anymore. Our plan to come almost fast to come anymore. Almost lose ball now. Almost come almost fast to actually, and it worked for them. Portugal have a lot to do, coaching with a lot of changes. One problem: say Bernardo Silva first half or other wings. Pedro Neto that wings. I can't Ronaldo penalty box. Born into me, but Bruno so I drop it. About comes around nervous. Vitinha. Into me say born be drew penalty box. Then Papa penny now. They were lacking presence, so the coach need to go back to the dressing room and make some changes. Either saw the ball front 2, no agile wingers with no wingers to allow Nuno Mendes say on ball on Fahunina. Then you allow one Cancelo so on Fahunina. So a typical 4-4-2 diamond system with 4 central midfielders, 2 leading the attack. Then your fullbacks take over both sides of the wings. But then no. Or ball wingers, they were missing presence in the penalty box. Jibo Kasembi, and I agree with him. There are 2 things for this Portuguese team. It's either they will accept that Ronaldo is their major asset and play to suit Ronaldo. You can't play to suit Ronaldo. 1, you need to acknowledge his age. He's 41 years. Won't mean impress it. And I won't mean track back and magic and Chinipa Mununko. Won't mean back. The dan who be brisa. The Ronaldo bet me I am on here say efficiency in the penalty box. And now Ronaldo bet me I am on. Then no to apart from efficiency in the penalty box, they must also know that because he cannot defend, you lose ball now, you're born with 10 men, you never defended the Abuano. Argentina at say what their game against Algeria? Messi was not defended. Lautaro Martinez no ball 9. No drop deep. Ebeboa a fight for the borderline on Messi. But they know say Serge Manning can on press it, on tackle. In training crowns they say we guys and trainer oba center circle no abetchi mienu de ko abetchi be 4 na with dimrika de ko no. Let's feed him closer to the 25 years. And a hono his efficiency any energy now our reserve no or the be ejuma no the ejuma. And that's how he got a hat trick. You can see that a group of 10 players playing to suit one player to get the best out of him. Only field so their system will change. But when he's on the field, it is about him. Into check Rodrigo de Ponya Bahan or Heno. Whenever they are building the attack, is around him. But I check Portuguese then and Tessa. I say Obia who's so bet me. So either they'll go for the option 2. The option 2 is either you take Ronaldo out. Then you give them another player. No more. These are the 2 options. And it looks like they want to eat their cake and have it. They still want to have Ronaldo and go for the option 2. And they are underestimating people. DR Congo for recruitment of Mayen. The president was even involved in some of the recruitment of the players.
Yeah. More quality.
Yes. Sir, what the Pedro Neto now buy against Aaron Wan-Bissaka? Then the man would say Wan-Bissaka Bisu. Then I say Rafael Obama Wan-Bissaka Bisu. Look at Tuazebe. He had his academic progression from Manchester United. And Omodenaba. Into a team no share Wizard Shegu. Why is Shegu Mizutu? Shebo Abo in the Premier League for Brentford. He had a bad season at Newcastle. But you give him a chance and he will score. That is how solid Omashisho team on the Aba tournament. So you might just think, oh, it's DR Congo. They are doing very well and they were compact. And that is the way forward for Portugal. Portugal, the NA to say Spain,
the coach needs to go back to the dressing room and fix certain issues. England took our answer and the critics, and I'm saying too, and he needed to answer his critics. Pressure on the soul. Tournament here, Kuipa, Upe coach Bakwa. Amount for the run pa Thomas Tuchel account because articles and for crack to the Guha. One more chance, but normally I can't say no. And ask them. So even yesterday, there were people who thought that quite England first winning game was not convincing. They felt that say guys Southgate don't come 1-0 win be no more defending, no more the. So even after winning, people are still not convinced. I'm to me how team media, and I'm who idea be about Harry Kane, and that gives me a different idea about this English team. As a brand took our cassette, he's going in for players. They are committed to each other and committed to the cause. No, there were times Harry Kane by Abby defending the ball in the penalty box. Move. That is the level of determination in this English team. And now Jude Bellingham, excellent performance by our standard. So I think so far European teams never boy, you know. Yes, you talk about Obise Germany, but Germany boy against Curaçao. My year Jumana Mame, France, any of my your friend England. Though there is Sweden more, there is no way more there. But them to sure more bit imagine we talk about Germany, we talk about Spain, we talk about Portugal, Rebecca France, Niaka England. These are the Europeans, you know. Geomudipano. Spain were question marks. Germany and a worthy opponent for us to really see say or make proper X-ray. I show the weaknesses and the holes in their team. Until we still want to watch them in another game. Portugal, a lot of question marks about their tactical structure. And until I'm say France and England, I'm signals in the power. France played against a stubborn Senegalese team. But we did the champion more here in the second half. It's a sound conversation, and they won by 3-1. Obviously, Senegal, they were not clinical, but France got the job done. Then you talk about England. Croatia, to say the B teams in Europe, they are not a side that you can easily unlock. And a normal England, they run for their money. But at the point, they look tired. Yes. Also, my boys need to feel coming. But a Honor took also making sure say he had options from the bench to introduce a different form of impact to things around. So, England, Germany, England, France, the European teams are so far almost sending signals. Then you probably have to include a country like Argentina in the conversation.
Clementino.
Boss.
Adam Zayden.
Eliwai, Cote d'Ivoire for striker. Omar refusing entrance to Canada.
One also case for court.
Also, Omar legend for match fixing.
Mugusu
Canada for one Kawa. Manama. And I could have for Oshadaji yellow card. Nay, Nice, also no Nice. Nice in the French league. Yellow card now again. I'm also suspecting. Investigation goes so a
one baby, I'm a Canada.
Canada first upon a say, could you want a Germany game? Canada. So must upon a say on camera.
No, Saturday.
Yeah, one first game of boy against one and a bomb 9.
Okay.
Boss, you come and run a fear there. The tennis, sir. Don't hear about Cooper and Napa home. Walk home and answer when it you want. Bomodem, PM, Snake Conference Hall, a Doom KMA, Snake Conference Hall, a Doom KMA, non be a Fitias ye. Nina said, Dumana Wayano, aside of shop no will be at the SC Babino, Obasa Bomodem, and your apple beer, Okoswa, and Confobe Shesha Hall, not from the Juma at their brow, and until I can't show say, Namia Dumua, Jumadiano Air Cosu, 2 minutes here, Bora, baby Amadiama Warno. And that Thursday 18th of June, and upon no Fitias, and Tiabodu Bakwa, when you're late, over to me, Ako, Etuamua, and answer beautician, electrician, towing of car companies, seamstress, fashion designers, air condition installers, painters, repellers, sales and organizers, delivery companies, yes, I am satellite and TV installers, mechanics, Munano, yes, Mumra, Nafi, where my shop school drive.
my shop skill drive eno makofa mobile app no dia ba ye komam ho nim dia conference ne ye dia mamo se de ba ya umfiri no na adwuma no ebu so ne nti tutumirika na ko anopeye wo kono na wo kai se eyade nso a enkopim se 1 July entwamu ne de Power Specialist Herbal Hospital ni nyina no ene se wo se hepatitis no eye B&C wo ye ho free screening e de amount nyame yadom a typhoid beka ho prostate beka ho na fei wo de ulcer so e de ka ho eye free na mo twen nyame yadom 1 July na sa adwuma de no ebetumi abaso eno nyama so nyina no ene yade bi ajejo te se fatty liver hepatitis prostate fibroid aso na kidney stone na tutumirika na kopiem e wona so ye Memedro de ejirikajiri haba Mr. and capsules we ya peno ya no aka se ni nyina no ye ko akra kwa benya ACP road power bar stop kuma se fe ya sinie na che se wo bomodin ato ache no 0244 544 422 0200 383 831 na wonya Power Specialist Herbal Hospital Franconie enyamepanie Franconie your comparison na hwene bo no a ono ede ema wo no ne de no wo form Nokia Samsung iPhones ni nyina no amenka wo se ho na akwa abenya de papa ye wo ho accessories nso eka ho TV to kase wo ho check freezer washing machine microwave blender generator CCTV camera function monitor video anytime anywhere omodin to be call office or bank ho no mo na school ho no mo meka ne sa wie pa brakomasi adum ajaba mo ho no mo sanso ana ko rum e wadum old melkon ko faklan new kajetia ho nyina no Franco e de branches no e de aben anopai wo frɛ no 0245 316969 eye green life hebrew wase menka wo se edro no eye bakope bibini to maplas mo a all satra mo so ache wodi abue wani di abue wo so tia na etie ye de ade bi ena di esusu anopai enye late ema wo kofia to bi kwacha ma me no to bi kwacha nu bi na oyare ulcer no ekope wo de asedebe ma eye peptic gastric duodenal ulcer stomach ulcer we nyina no kai se bibini to maplas ebe yi ade afru ho no mo me kan nsa wo pemfo nka ho akora ono nso nyamfinhia dru miensa ne dunum no entimi no mbe na de o makra enufo boto no de yasesa no ahode a wadunum no nya de yatumi asesa no Mr. Eba Fedmans have me Angelos Heba munyina no ewobi o wa seba wotakwa Linda Heba takwa Promise Heba kuma se atum uram ewo tribe of Judah eno so benya bi ewo ho nkrafo mo nkode Beauty Pharmacy obenya bi ewo ho enemo 0541 337-816 die nyina ye di dware die wiase nyina no obi agye atum no na King Dave investment hunu se da bi menko bi manso na menkofa shower gel eye papa na ehwam na pu ahuro pa nso na ne bonya den emra Ghana ha eye Camera Natural Selection shower gel no ane ye dia ba flavors ne kura makomako ensia ye se wo ye kokko a emepo kokko no tuntum emani ada ho no mo chocolate nso ebe yi apie honey and milk rose and white tea avocado and papaya alloy and milk coconut and vanilla blueberry and lavender ni nyina no mamenka wo se ne bo no eda from both kumase ene nkran de ya to apete uton a ye to ne ntem so ene ntisha no so say 0243 74 48 55 0244 371459 tina tekno no memeti ye na nyenне ye na nanom anom agya ho ahode aboa wo no ene nyema ekoyie nte tina tech marketing company ena semenka wo se wo de tina tech vinaka no ade aba mo amokoto vinaka no mo nhya no so ba wo menstrual problems na wo hia bia no bebo modem na yi sa problem no ade afru ho mo amokoto tina tech malaka no mo nkase sin 2003 ena drebu ankofo yi typhoid no ade fru stress no ni nyina mo fever no eyi efru ho sanso ene what tina tech tomac mister wuti tomac ne dia na wuyam te sa ulcer monso hangover achemo mframaboni bi ejina wuyam no bomodem no yi sa de no enso e de afru ho monkoto tenatet hayan capsules be mo ni so da ho bible betima kana nwumre betima snapa ne ni nyina mo no be ma de wadure ba kopɛ before capsules enu pa nyina no kai se ba bi ato aduro bia no kɔ na bodin na ye be bi e de amawo 0205 180012 0501 161 9871 or repensio yes ni nyina mo no ene se wake up no a abusua yeguso a ye pem ekoye ne mo no ni nyina nse omuka hom ne de live comment no e de ba ya koto bi sansa e krogen ya santo a opposite sane ase ho fatwe ne ho ene ho fe papa nso nse make sure say yes ya ye ne sachet ena afei ne bottle utobia na chese abusua no monom ne nya hodem ni nyina mo no kai se obefre e wo 0539 596-165 Boshaban Kania no pay Kofogo so any form Ubia percent fee na bonten Eshrain Sabashan Sudia na a Boshaba electric cars a 0536 095966 meka ne saa na mentimi nkɔ enya Seahorse engine oil ne de ɛyɛ papa de gu ka mu a woda da wobɛkɔ akyichi ne benchɛyɛ engine no ɛho ɛma some diesel extra saa so na turbo diesel ne nyina no legendary classic ɛyɛ 0244 577 558 Embo creation ne nyina no sɛ entade anura yɛde gyinagyina mu wɔ fia ha efia ho bia hyɛ bi na ɛfɛ papa o ɛna mma ne mpam bi ma me abrante ne nsa no ɔfɛ no nti bɔmɔden na to nsa frɛ no no so mpam bi ɛmfa ma wo bank ne deɛ ɛyɛ baako ɛyɛ atwema kwangoma community bank PLC wɔka ho na commentary ne yɛde ɛba ne nyina no ɛne sɛ deɛ ɔde ama mabunu ɛne ɛma amenom no mani agye ho wowie ne saa pa na afei wakae sɛ nyama ɛkɔ yie ɛbra ne nyina mu no ɔde hyehyɛ papa ɛde aba susu no wobɛtumi ato bi yɛwɔ 10 branches ɛna yɛ head office no ɛwɔ pɛkyi number 2 0322 298 900 0594 101 200 mu nyina daroma na live commentary no yɛde ba boss badaroma ɛnyɛ ne saa
tino yɛda ase pii bafo
boss
yɛnkɔ na Ghana Black Stars
nti bon yɛnyɛ bechimadeɛ no as Jesus was lifted up on Golgotha and it gave Christians victory, so also did Caleb Irenchi father raise his picture at his carpenter shop at Bechem, and Irenchi gave victory to Ghanaians, and Irenchi gave victory to Ghanaians. Enra area and I carry Irenchi papa a carpenter in worship me and or they Irenchi picture come bo kaka
wow the shop
the shop say
na we a carpenter shop na enuano usually no how enu enwo bebre say we ase be a tone ya okay oza tone ya kan
onu akoto ya bebre o de
any oya de
enti enu a before match no de ni papa Kalemrenchi no na senior o raise no not dey chere wiase nyina se se ne ba no ebesi akan ampa so nyame adaroma na akra no so ebotum di ma Ghana fo a eno adi nkurimdie e de etimi e de baaye enti I see workshop na
ni
the game was very tough and intense. I am tired. Coach Carlos Cruz.
It was so tough and so intensive that even me myself feel tired. This tells us everything about the game. It was really a very intensive game. And as I said here in the press conference, the wins in this World Cup are very expensive. But today our players, they show, as I said yesterday, they are ready to pay high prices for wins. And we knew that Panama is a wonderful team, very well organized. They play very, very smart, very fast, special. When they start the games, we knew that. So it was our time to suffer, to play with a lot of concentration, invite that to come, start to frustrate them, start to control all the solutions that they have when they go forward. And step by step, with the adjustments that we did during the game, I think we start to control the game, we start to put more pressure on them, forced to make the mistakes, and we keep going. That's the way of win. Find the right way to win, and we did it. First suffering and fight, after.
Nti Tama o say enu first half na fedu e bi no abre o say na intense
I don't know Bobby
Tama coaching
first time I say coach wa abre ni o menti bi da o
same coach same system same movement. They know how to do things. They have done this for 4 years. Carlos Cruz on Panama.
This shows that the game is quite balanced, and Panama it's a good team. It's working for 3 or 4 years. Same system, same coach, same movements. They have one understanding, and we knew that because we saw them play many times. And that's why we were prepared for that. We prepared for the intensity that put in the game. That's why I said first minutes we knew that we have to suffer. We have to play aggressive, give them some chances to come against us. Then we open the spaces, we attract them. And when they start to follow in that trap, it was when we start to use our best skills behind them.
Video no. The Ghana-Panama game enjoy royal attendance as Otunfo said to Nyamekesi and Gamanche were in attendance. Tama enra na Krura ono akasa si form kota mrante nechi na enya asem ketwa. Ghana Chief Justice nso no ho, and then of course the Vice President and Gamanche himself and so no ho nti enra de. In fact, a mountain on my a teacher in pa and omunya almost support war a Canada bontin so no more omuko ya just say na idea na enti gamanche na ebeshia Otuo no abam ni nua kama fe okay we say Tama say efe come up fat blaster dey body a wo no be say na wunya wontu ya ka som nyom ye mo anye say bia na bia ye come as bia ti saw ade say
ba we fight here dey yom
enu ade the second half na ye kakra first half dey na Magana for ho
first half kwa na ye just that the control na Panama na ye ka ho asema mo kwa na Leon dey the omnimity crab on the chain, and the coach was smart. Momun second half, we better try speed. Yeah, and it worked for us. And they got tired. The Panama phone so. Na boy.
I will let back listen no obre no. Yeah. I feel now Fatao at the whole.
Well, Captain.
So now the Biameka said, you like he said, you draw no in our group. You konya Panama first. The reason being that Mr. Otuo, so when your team you discover say only the weaker opponent or you ma e boa ma utimi eye bibi say utimi nya win na e boost too confident to meet the bigger guys. So the Panama win no e be boost to Ghana your confidence. So it was alright. Me cast my mind back, me the last time a Black Star winning here. So coach no all can say wabre no I think say so transient we expanding our better here. Because this is a Black Star team to you struggle for the last 2, 3, 4 years here. So you
qualify for work out there struggle.
Oh, so you qualify for work about you never game my bar. You game I know a boy. Even though it wasn't a vintage performance, but a better than mean so like a match I have won the last 3, 4 years. What a for me match better to you. Including the qualifiers matches I have. Who compare game my boy here? You look at this game, not to say a team is well coached. One. Who's a coach? Who said now we have a coach? There's a coach's present in team. All 3 BB. I know you're talking about that determination. That determination who no and no. Who be at your pass Black Stars both game with that determination. You do with that relentless effort, making sure say we are not going to lose. So that we can know say call into the competition like this. Now the vice president there, or Otuo himself there, and the one who's an Gamanche, Chief Justice and those people in our around the it only boosts your confidence. Now we need baby about motivation.
Chief Justice
Chief Justice.
Na could baby and now Martin don't correct.
Who say no here you cry? No,
I don't say busa question now.
Oh, that is not direct answer to you.
You are Bontiaga say I didn't be.
Oh, it's not direct.
How you busa say? Ebia so tun for minim so watu no kwa Canada da.
Ya omo ye
Chief Justice no match ni ntino ko ye. Ana no ho bia yenim ne enko. Obi o say that consem go bia ba. And obi o so ye na ade bi na on ze Ghana for aba no ko.
Yeah.
So what I say?
Yeah.
Vice President say me say or no anti no say that koye.
Oh, she that government here 2 man koye.
So go kasa. We are no ahemati.
And after the game, who said even the president has a Zoom meeting with the players. A captain, or assure the president of Ghana. Now Captain Jordan, a catcher president say they are going to do everything to make him proud and Ghana proud. So, in fact, the last time I moved this jubilant mood, Ghana Muno Ache. Me say no na me work on I'm so too. It was like, hey, say I'm Black Stars no.
Yeah, okaze me die na me ho ase die. Yeah, wa na obi ani ho.
Me na me kasa me come die.
Nkase no na me ho, nkase me die na me ho.
Ne nyina ho obi a wo.
Like chi kasa na ha dwuno.
But I know Chrono was crazy.
So I know now the Black Stars, that energy na Ghana for the Dom Black Star is coming back. Now it's back, and I'm happy for that.
Okay.
Me na say we have a coach also team no less than 2 months is able to change things as against Otuo Betra Ghana. Oh, we don't
qualify.
Oh, forget about qualification.
One qualify
go forget about that. I'm not talking about qualification. But we don't hear about qualification. You need say team in here. You need. But you might credit to qualify.
Na say no.
Otuo you know be na go for no. Come as a before. I'm happy for some particular players, especially you said Benjamin Asari saying. At least we don't know why that record as the first and the only local based goalkeeper. What that World Cup. First and the only local based goalkeeper. What that World Cup. And the confident whatever that second half no. As against and someone now course before you know we also be another make us say coach no peno and a coach no the coach might have the decision to change him and play another goalkeeper. Coach him peno cry. All fan can squad will be enough. But once the backup squad no second goalkeeper. No. A chance says the first goalkeeper ain't knock on a and changing the by or there mono. I was watching that and I was happy say he kept his cool and making sure say or control the back and I got it that you know that important. In most cases in competition like this, I'm not looking at a beautiful football too much. So to may understand of football here. In competition like this, you play to win. Even though it will be that fanciful football, yeah, not a year. But when it is that own team, because your group, no, so you are playing against in pecking order, Panama, any of the weakest. So if one team and share Panama, now come about draw cry, let's say who say bye bye to the competition. Because I said
football, 1 point view.
Yes, I said football has you cannot
possible 6.
Oh, most likely. 4 crab team do the second. Oh, group more.
3 crab team do
4 the second. Oh, group.
I will go with match about what can one.
Even 3 no crown, 3 no crown. Sa 8 best third place teams no 3 no crown. Say if your manager goes to be concede no year. Can get it there. But as here. So I like that. This is a coach of the national team. World Cup. 2 central defenders before out. Or top player. Now say a poster boy. When me and at any point in time. So I know we are winning. Time near short.
Okay.
Couple friendly matches are well a lot. But the coach that defy all this. No, I mind this performance. So I think say you have to commend him. You commend the players and you commend the government for how they organize them.
All right.
Exactly. You can go for that.
I don't know. No, from say or diasepana. Yeah, man, for the first time. What me fear blasters.
Relaxation, ye.
Because your man, it's say seeing a blasters in the Panama game. Ebe nti man ko ha no ho ankoma no high pressure bia because sana born ebe ye obekaya be achepa na mbeka no say Ghana for ntia say Ghana is now a transitional based team. We are no more a possessive team like we used to be. Sana mi enu yi udi tuma we are blasters game we are no more producing technical players anymore. Previously obviously, those technical players were produced from the local league because naturally, every Ghanaian talent, union born here the war. And Tisadi no na emergent technical players who to okuta ball no. But now we are not relying on our local league to produce talent for the Blasters. We are relying on players that they are coached, raised tactically to play football. You say Jinaha, Menkoha. Sa players and we rely on the Blasters. Eti unya ti sa nyemo we asia. Unya problem watching the Blasters game. Number 2. First and first, yam mamembo Jerome Pokune Aditi Awaso. Unse one area and a Ghana for new confidence but Kokra was our center back pairing. But honestly, Jerome Opoku and Ajeti, they dealt with every ball. Panaba for no SNE into the 18-year boss bia. Jadete and Jerome were exceptional yesterday with how they dealt with all the. Who said Panama for wanted to rely on crossing the ball into the 18-year balls. These two guys, area balls, and dealing with all those balls, Nina. And Jerome, who said, or possible yepa. He was the only person who was trying those long balls, to open up our wingers need to go. They played very well. Senanya was good. Gideon wasn't also bad. So defensively, I think they were solid. So Elisha and Caleb Irenchi. Elisha had a very slow start. Started and the touches wasn't good. But as he grew along as the game walked on, he grew in the game. At least he was decent. Caleb no. The entire year too for our team a transitional based team now. Caleb is a box to box. All over the world, box to box midfielders are not game controllers. And for Ukabo to play be boss to boss be an uncontrol game. They are midfielders that drive with the ball. Oko no aba. Some players no on the ball that down and control tempo of the game. Caleb Irenchi, he's not party. Irenchi energy. He run boss no aba. Drive with the ball no aba. So you not see Caleb Irenchi giving defense split passes and you know boss no. That is not their trait. Our move based on how the profile of players you have now, and yet a team that no, we will defend and rely on transition, quick transition. It's starting Nyama and then Abantfen Semenyo and Kamadin Sulemana. Yes, the idea of coach playing Kamadin Sulemana behind the striker is simple. Because we are transitional based team, so all but 4 attackers are emo 3 drive with pace. Then also from these guys. Yajibo now come out this because of the pace and ability to take on players, or Jibo now quick we are going. And young fire. At least he hasn't been able to play that role very well. Because when you're comfortable playing through the middle. I think once Semenyo even drifted in the middle kakano, not a better kakada than say Suleiman airborne no. But the idea no, if Kamadin a former the team will be very dangerous and in quick transitions. Carlos Queiroz is an experienced manager. He reads the game very well and will make a very good substitution. Then they say Niama was struggling to take on Saab Akwam said Niama so said a 9 he said Ostokakra to go with the guy toe to toe. It's Niama Kam Fatau. You are very fresh, bruh. Then Brandon Thomas or something. Typical English boy. Because when I had to tell and the English game because I born I say if I am attackers now, few of them still in Quebec for that ball. Born am go na share. You see, you can't take anything from the build up to that go na buy. The pass started from Gideon Asante. Sabon, it was a very dangerous pass. Born pass a top person woman. Gideon person woman pass all. Gideon mess a boss albums to share on your screen. Me need to know the man. Because at this stage, I say no one must but born no traceable. It's at this stage, Nanka Panama for a picky ball, Nanka, we are in trouble. The ball was a very, very dangerous pass, and let's admit it. But lucky for Gideon, he just picked the ball. Or picky ball, no. Lucky, Sabo, to attack us and I won you now. A piano for the boy man and Kabonka. Minkaso Munyadio. But you see, and then Semenyo Adia or over all the Blasters players too. He's a big guy now. Again, he played under Pep Guardiola. On Tiasiam Mao. Like you say, your coach they believe in decision making. And there, Semenyo decision making a key. At the ball, only the ball now. Or ball man at this stage. Me on your screen, baby. Any of our attackers in the camera first control no. Come person got obey push ball na kobium. Oyi Semenyo siwa Jordan Brandon Asante Kama di Sulemana Niyama and Asafatau. Any of them would have wished on one the ball beko. Because such space for her. But the ability to see the run of Brandon Thomas, a team when you mature to a certain stage, and I'll pick a side, to give that power to Brandon, and Brandon's ability to also see the run of Calabi. Very spot on. So, I think, yeah, of course, walk up, beyond chance, say, I want to be. We will rely on transitions, and our wingers have to come into play. And Nunti, and a very fit and a very sound Thomas Partey will be crucial because Saturn now or ball. I find say no. Come on, no. Pass button. He should my children still do a boss to boss. Na partner Elisha ni mum. Angel because the way our wingers are no, are there our wingers and the air suppliers. In our move for the only player, so a sound. Na you be okay. Na say pressure be an in the the only person that can give those passes.
Thank you very much.
Our players, no,
thank you,
it's for that wonderful. Against Panama.
Me fa give ne fechi na me de abewem kakra bi. Me sure say Oma before the World Cup. Me can say Bo was game ni wie no. Obi a o hwe game ni from a tactical point. So to Oma for start raise issues about the Black Stars team. And one player, yes, a be criticizing, no, a be analyzing situation here. It depends on how our opposite team pakrase. But there's some case adia mempe obi adia na oye no. E be a wonye ni instead of kana wo didi na tem. E no dem to me for so. Ba wo hwe no e game ni din a. Ye bo ni jajo na o. He's too slow to lead our team based on how Carlos Queiroz structure a team. And the thing is simple. He need runners. Ohia omombeku tabo ache. Because ono ne ball na obono. Osoku pressure. There be a pressure where so. It's the moment I beje ball near the speed. And echo. The little space is na ebenya no. Eno na ese punish opponent no. It's in the first half. This is what Panama for near. And you could clearly see say no more steady team no. Anyhow our Carlos Queiroz per se or Shagana team. They went with their normal three back. So Shagana anyways Nibia. Your danger man was Nyama. Second half on the basis I gave no. Okay. So the Nyama or double up on Nyama or ball Andre Andrade, who was their left-sided centre back, and Obok Cesar Blackman. Their duty was to stop the runs of Nyama. It's Uwe game now. Anytime a Nyama Bejibo Bian, he has two players on him. So the Beya onya space and Fentumika. Then the other side, currently ye superstar Antoine Semenyo. Semenyo ball in the position of ball of Brentford. Okay, dear Nyenye Semenyo. Because you need good passes from the midfield, we need to cut all supplies to Semenyo. And the decision making when he is closer to the 18-year boss. Because offer your frontliners nina. The original 18-year boss said, "You bet me shoot to board the net." Antoine Semenyo. It's uye opponents now go against Semenyo. Whilst Okati supply no, o money space so be roaming closer to 18-yard box. Etieno so no, or the Giovanni Ramos and Eme Merino and the Gina Antoine Semenyo so. It's in the first half. The Etienne team attack home and say areas na near be use attack home no. So to na Panama for na blocking in now. And then they were using their method. First half no, coach na build a game no around Caleb when it comes to transition. Or build a transition no around Kamaldeen Sulemana, who is not a number 10. Who is not a number 10. Enti Mizoto, they were controlling the method. Edgar no, and Cesar Heavy no. They were controlling the method. Then they had the Martinez, who was playing multiple roles at a point. Sorry, almost short man now. Now what dying is what dying to you know Martinez no. He was roaming everywhere because Ababa extra man. Any him say Gideon Mensah. Adeba kwa Mizoto. Mona mobile wafa for na mobile Gideon Mensah. Gideon Mensah on the whom board do. Because when him say Gideon here one player, you can't a fullback or attack here. Na me nim Gideon Mensah so yes ade no. Me hwe no France or ye Baobab Black Stars o so be mistakes. Because he say Ghana for be din atem. But a modern fullback, Mr. You should be able to attack. He is only lucky playing as our left back because player na didn't buy so mechanical no or no potential that he can't find that. When it comes to attacking or far little when a Blasters team. Then quickly in the second half, the two na coach ni changes. Video na Zaki to show you na Bema boy the idea go ne buy no. The goal was created in the method. Using Caleb Yenchine runs. Any different from goal now sharing against Wales no. Anytime I measure Caleb Yenchine it's like I'm watching a Gadavis. Method or wakuma, utimi tumrika oko eba, tumrika ko eba. Those methods are not common. Etimi de time bia measure Caleb Yenchine akwa de Gadavis na mehwe no. Time or pick a ball, Bema Boda. Watch the 2 feet of Antoine Semenyo. Controlling the ball with his right, using the ball to locate Asante. It was no much choking method no. Zoto Semenyo decision to release the ball quickly. At this table with the left no. Said the Zaka Jordan Ayua Kabowi Yentiminko. Kubejin
on no strike.
Kubejin so. Nice or your forward. Jordan Blasters in number 9. It's in a Jordan Bonama. Jordan your forward. Semenyo your forward. At that same position, what the ball my Jordan am to obejina so. I invite players no. So Momra. It's in America say how the coach wants to play. Also we accept here there back say tournament na yekono. See ko share size so mo possess ball na ye Ghana yet no mo. Yet no mun tinyina see a possess. The issue between ne say ufa tournament na ye ko ni nyina na mtoto Ghana wa de bia ye wo countries ni bebromuni fast wingers players who are quick they are carry mu decision making. Eti how a coach na structure team no ye ko ye nim no I'm sure it will not be about names but it will be about the system and players who be fit into the system. It wasn't a nice game to say the Ghana ye person ye boy a ball no. But I had near Baby Drew. I'm so told. Yet, to mean thing, say like any England game, no. You could tell you see any England, Eddie could see any. No. You best ask city deep. But the Ayana Hamene say, on say, you can say about how your centre backs to two, or mu defend the war and but there is lack of communication over your centre backs. No. And today, anytime be a cross back 18-year boss, no. Most a goalkeeper na be pra. Ghana goalkeeper. And then there is Gipra, no. It's just a communication a problem. It's in our game against England. I kwakobo against an intelligent hurricane. No. Communication should be a factor. Communication should be a key factor. I was giving him. It's good. A tournament. Adeba about tournament. They say, "Unya moment. You don't waste your moment." And a bona ya bono. Bema boda ya pon. Ya she 1-0. Panama for you know many game. te say league ye bo home na wo se ne ma show wo the next time wo ba me home aso de me yo tournament de sa na e bo no ya hye ekwan ye fa aso hye no zo to ya hye ye kɔ eti it was a nice game. Panama dominated game. How can you expect Ghana be born said the Panama si born enrano? But at least with a few days coach na spending with the team no. Clearly you could see say Bema Boda why Juma with team no. He has accepted say the quality of players in the so he's playing to their strength. I think Enra game ni there. You will be a there Bema a Carlos Cruz. Asat Enra ebesi na no pay. Bema Boda the decision to appoint Carlos Cruz to lead us to the World Cup no.
The Brazil go to would have beaten them.
I doubt. Okay. Based on Enra
First and first, Coach Carlos Cruz, the decision to take Caleb Renchi from a right back position or a right wing back position to a central midfield or a box-to-box midfield, no crutch, that alone is enough difference to give credit to the coach. But to say, share Caleb Renchia and can Ukrainian Yamian ye Pubi also who you super say Otuo-Acheampong.
No more.
Because we know. And I was our position now as a player. Midfield honor. So you should be able to identify one and quickly know, say, I can get the best out of this boy. Carlos Cruz by 2 friendly matches were born. Bobo and middle number 8.
1 2 goals.
And 1 man 2 goals. Obi onu nim no. Who buy no? Odinebo right back. And almost everybody was saying that currently in Europe, Sibo had a difficult start later during the season. They won a club. Elisha Wusu and no game no year Juma Kakra, but most of the time he's been struggling. Parte won the issues that. So use your best player for the best role. That was the big question.
Where's your boy Elijah? No.
Exactly.
He's part
because
of the
defensively and Enra. 2 things about this boy. Go not share against Wilson. It's similar to Enra go not share. Now, if you watch the goal, not checking a run, that is what we call a box-to-box midfielder. Mifriha ekoha. Ghana against Wilson. Ofriha ekoha from a midfield position to a center forward position, and on the ball no to atenem. To a strike obia or pass you obejina ho. You do 90th minute me kwa but he was still running. Enti Carlos Cruz decision on the boy is enough. No credit me I say to Otuo-Acheampong baby or one. Again, he picked up a yellow card. But check his tackling after the yellow. Moto, his tackling after that yellow was close to perfect. No, I'm to here go now, boy, in the share. Here celebration. Most people be you Jesse. But I'm banning Trim Club because he's aware of yellow dada. Because scoring your first goal for Ghana at the 90+4. Obi in Jesse Kra. One Connie Jesse Hokra. This is a talent. The confidence our coach in the Amano. Their coach in the Achereno and or the year Juma. Into he deserves a lot of applause and we're taking advantage of the stage. We're taking advantage of the stage and that is one positive thing. But to a second thing, still on the coach Carlos Cruz, substitution. Very, very important. Ghana de biane e ka Otuo-Acheampong say Otuo-Acheampong changes are you so. Otuo changes am so na be than SMP. Now let's start from Benjamin Asare. Moto and no Asare Bem one show any weakness. So free bench in the buy. Until everything should tell you says how 15 minutes no go do dressing room no mo ya Asare ho adwuma. Because atizigi prayer na bibia kire say ontimi mba. O ma ne bo wie. E do ne call dressing room ko ye ne ho adwuma ansa na oba. So free bench e buy no to wanye mistake. So for those who've been saying Asare has not been tested, we are now at the workout stage and he's doing the job. And we do be able to say professional delay tactics na no here. Then number 2, Kwesi Sibo. Sibo was a starter and Otuo-Acheampong. And now coach in drop on. Edward need free bench by. He stabilized the game. Every free bench by. I'm talking about Carlos Cruz changes. Then you talk about Brendan Asare, Thomas Asante, and I'm to 2 Obeka Fatawi. Now Jordan Asare. Moto, this is different. Way different. Jordan Asare na e canon. On one this is the 74th minute. Semenyo a pushy ball the Jordan. Now I want all of us to watch this. Born and call the next one. Now Semenyo the ball in Jordan. Only was signed defenders no. So the easiest thing that you expect at this time is that Jordan should release the ball to Semenyo. Now Jordan hold on to the ball. We go to head the Jordan Bay. No, I saw that no last picture and Bonami the Manuesi. He turns around for the defenders to cover. Into that space nearby and can so botuma Semenyo no. Semenyo mizoto. This is typical Semenyo football. Transitional play. Jordan Bay hold you on. Na defenders na cover. Ball na intimi anko no adane no no ama back pass. So in as much as Yejidi said, he's the most experienced player in our setup. No,
but no, we need fouls.
We need head the ball. Into one sequence na build here. No, yeah. This is how it ended. Into was said Semenyo into me baby. So he must improve his game because he's the most experienced player.
Okay.
Into me back.
We in the second half, which make I say Semenyo's best game for the Black Stars.
Exactly.
In the second half,
the template is simple. Coach, in final, you should Semenyo second half.
Okay.
Take him back to that position.
And then how you
no to Debbie.
Okay. Is it one way in the interview? About Mobi keep on a double black star. Also yes against Bebo.
Ghana. It also supporters the culture of Munyamutre. They say wake up in Yedru. So maybe the boy no make say. Go for me be fufu bia de ni animu omre no ano mo ye. And then say no mo ye ade ne no mo anya ade. Do mo ye ade do mo ye na no mo ye. Into supporters in Nyamutre. Na ye nu mo chi kakra because ade na dwura gu ni ye hye. Into wa hwe ni ya.
About some say time so.
Mon for lose.
Enti
every goal be goal.
Oh sir. Sir. Enti kwan am fa so say no. Mbese mu baba bi sun hada ati.